Hey, what's up everyone? Triathlon Taren here. I often get asked if I can give people tips for triathlon training as they're just getting into the sport. Now that is a very big topic, but what I'm going to do here today is pick my single biggest, baddest, and best tip for the swim, the bike, and the run. Now to start off, my tip for swimming is this: calm the down. Yeah, that's right, I said it. See, now here's the thing about swimming that's very different than biking and running. When you're biking and running, if you're pushing harder, you're probably gonna go faster. It ain't that way in swimming. Swimming is more like yoga or Tai Chi, where it's about technique as opposed to just brute force strength. Swimming is about learning the technique, calming yourself down, learning how to get control of your breathing, and learning a technique that you can get through the triathlon swim with minimal effort. It's about going a reasonable speed and keeping control of your breath. I will put a link up here and in the description below to that video that I just put out about how to get control of your breathing as you start triathlon swimming. These are some very basic techniques that are about calming yourself down and getting control of your breathing as you learn to triathlon swim. All right, now on to the bike. The tip that I'll give for that is that you don't need to kill yourself on the bike. You just need to learn how to get aero. You shouldn't be going all out on the bike portion of a triathlon. You gotta ease back so that you save your legs. If you kill yourself on the bike, you're gonna make for a pretty rough run. I had that run. Now how you make up for not having a fancy bike and for not killing yourself on the run is by getting aerodynamic. About 80% of the total drag that you have to push yourself through in a triathlon is from your body. So the best thing that you can do is get low and get out of the wind so that you're staying aero. You do this in two ways. First, it's going to your local bike shop who does triathlon bike fitting and getting whatever bike you're starting out with to be as aero as possible within your body's natural limits. And then the second thing you go and do is grab yourself a pair of clip-on aero bars that'll fit onto whatever bike you're going to use, and learning how to get down into that aero position and be comfortable there. If you're looking for a pair of aero bars to clip onto your bike and you want to be super cool and support the channel here, I'll put a link in the description below to a really well-reviewed set of aero bars that I found on Amazon that are only 80 bucks. They've got really high ratings. In my opinion, the setup of the aero bars is really good for beginners. And just so you know, I'm not getting rich off of that. If you do end up buying those aero bars, Amazon just throws a couple of loose coins our way. Help support the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. Now on to the run. The single biggest tip that I'll give for having a successful run in your first triathlon is to learn how to run after biking. I've said it in a lot of other videos. I'll say it again because I can't stress this enough. Having a good run in triathlon isn't about running a whole lot in your training. It's about running a whole lot after the bike. It's a totally different thing because your blood has to reroute itself from your biking muscles into your running muscles as quickly as possible. And if you haven't taught your body how to do this, you're not gonna have any blood in those running muscles and you're gonna cramp up. So what I would recommend is getting at least 6 workouts in where you're going from the bike to the run as quickly as possible. And if you really want to step it up and get the most that you can out of a triathlon brick workout, I'll put a link to this video that I did about 5 tips that I put together about creating an effective brick workout in a short period of time. So there you have it. Those are the most effective tips that I think that I can give for each the swim, the bike, and the run. If you do just these 3 things, concentrating on getting ready for your first triathlon, you're gonna be ahead of a lot of people out there, including yours truly. It did not go well. So that's it, that's all. Happy and hard training to everyone out there. Good luck, and kill your next day race. Damn, that shot is so bokeh. Oh!